हे प्रभु आनंद दाता, ज्ञान हमको दीजिए। हे प्रभु आनंद दाता, ज्ञान हमको दीजिए। ज्ञान हमको दीजिए प्रभु, ज्ञान हमको दीजिए। हे प्रभु आनंद दाता, ज्ञान हमको दीजिए। शीघ्र सारी दुर्गुणों को दूर हमको से कीजिए। ओम। लीजिए हमको शरण में, हम सदाचारी बने। लीजिए हमको शरण में, हम सदाचारी बने। ब्रह्मचारी धर्म रक्षक, वीर व्रतधारी बने। ब्रह्मचारी धर्म रक्षक, वीर व्रतधारी बने। हे प्रभु आनंद दाता, ज्ञान हमको दीजिए। प्रेम से हम गुरुजनों की नित्य ही सेवा करें। प्रेम से हम गुरुजनों की नित्य ही सेवा करें। सत्य बोले झूठ त्यागे, मेल आपस में करें। सत्य बोले झूठ त्यागे, मेल आपस में करें। हे प्रभु आनंद दाता, ज्ञान हमको दीजिए। निंदा किसकी हम किसी से भूल कर भी ना करें। निंदा किसकी हम किसी से भूल कर भी ना करें। दिव्य जीवन हो हमारा, तेरा यश गाया करे। हे प्रभु आनंद दाता, ज्ञान हमको दीजिए। Namaste and good morning. Again we are here. As you can see, the leaves have fall off. Times of changing. The trees are sensitive. They are preparing for the cold weather. And by shedding the leaves, they store their food inside the hard part of the tree, the trunk and the limbs. And this is how they survive the winter. They build a coat around themselves. And this is nature, and this is how we also have to make adjustments in our life. That as the seasons go by, seasons meaning times are changing, we're getting older, we're getting wiser, and we have to make adjustments so that this way we can make adjustment in our lives. Here the birds are, they're coming out, and they will eat the grass, and this is how they manage their lives. Well, this morning I want to talk about being at the right place and the right time. And this is the work of the Guru, because he has put me in various places at the right time. I was in the New Jersey ashram during construction, helping out with Swami Parameshananda. What a beautiful thing. He put me there just in time to assist. And he has done that with so many ashrams, that he's put me there for construction. At times Canada, Guyana ashram building was constructing, and Nepal and Kachila, and going to Kanyakumari for opening of ashram there, and like that. So being at the right place, and there when I was in New Jersey, one Mr. Srinivasan, he came and he said, Swamiji, I like you, and you understand this Western world very well. There's an organization, HMEC, Hindu Mandir Executive Conference, and every year they'll have a conference in different states in America and other countries. Why didn't you join them? Here's the number for Dr. Abhayasthana. So I did call, and lo and behold, Dr. Bayaji said, come, we want to join you. We want to know about Guyana and the West Indies and the culture and the tradition. And I joined him. And since then, I've gone to so many states in America every year. And we do the conferences, and I learned and they learned. And we really excel. One of my speciality is interfaith. And there was many times I would have spoke about interfaith within in our Hindu tradition, Indic faith, the Sikhism, Jainism, Buddhism, Hinduism. These are all branches of Hinduism, and I would have gathered people together to speak about that. And also this HMSC, because we are in a changing world, we want to also bridge people who are getting married to, say, Americans, boys and girls. They're getting married to American white people. So we want to bridge that gap also, because this is the changing time, and we have to accommodate everyone and give them that opportunity to excel in what they're doing in their lives and help them out. But there was a very special incident that we went to Trinidad, this group, and we did a beautiful conference. And there after the conference, I invited them to go and visit our ashram, Trinidad SEVASHRAM Shang, a branch of BHARAT SEVASHRAM Shang, associate branch. And they did agree to go. And we make very nice preparations. And 75 about of the delegates went from HMEC. And we prepared food and a nice spiritual program with singing and lectures. And during that time, I would have spoken about how Swami Parameshananda had went there on the mission, and he stayed back in Trinidad, and he would have started the ashram from a zinc shed there in a vacant lot in Felicity. And little by little, the ashram grew, and he started a school. And then he would have gone to Guyana and did the same thing in Guyana. Started a Hindu college from a swampland, 20 acres of swampland. But he would have also started this monastery there, where he, through his spiritual power given by Swami Parameshananda, because Purnananda Swamiji was a direct disciple of Swami Parameshananda Swamiji Guru Maharaj. And he knew he got that power, that divine power, magnetic power to attract young boys who came into the ashram and brahmacharis and then became the monks. And they would have, continued the ashram after Swamiji Purnananda would have passed away. But in Trinidad, there was that divine feeling when the group came. Oh my God! Everyone, both the visitors and the local, they were saying there was a transformation of the ashram. There was a spiritual power. The energy was so great. There was bright lights, same lights, but that same feeling of brightness was there. And the food was good, and Dr. Bhai and some other people spoke so eloquently. And, they realized that this was a bridge. Indeed, that Caribbean Hindus, for the first time, they were seeing so many of Indian nationals coming, and they gracing our ashram. And what a dynamic feeling. And Trinidad has this speciality for Guru Maharaj is so present there that there was another incident where I was there in Trinidad, and then Swami Purnanandaji would have came. And then I would have moved on to Guyana. But Swamiji Purnatmananda, he said, Parameshananda, you come back after a week because I want you to attend a program in the ashram in Felicity, Trinidad. And I said, Swamiji, I'll try. And I did try, but I couldn't come back. So when I went to Guyana, I decided, okay, I have to go straight from Guyana back to New York. But something very dynamic happened. As the plane was passing Trinidad, the pilot would have said, oh, look at the bright lights of Port of Spain, that's the capital of Trinidad. And we're looking, and then a little afterwards, like an hour, I felt the plane banking, and it's like it's turning. And then when it leveled off, the pilot said, we have to return to Trinidad. That was like 2 in the morning. And because our radar is now working on the plane, and JFK wouldn't allow us to land there in New York, in JFK Airport. So we came back and in time, and I went to the hotel. They put us up there. And then I called the ashram, and one gentleman came, Thakurji, and he picked me up, and we reached there in time for the start of the function, 7 o'clock. And it ended at 12. I ate my food and just rushed back to the airport to join back the plane, and then came to New York. Oh, what a beautiful thing that Swami Parameshananda ji, he's turning around planes for his disciples. Is it coincidence? Coincidence, meaning the word co means in cooperation with an incident. So there was that cooperation with this incident. And this is a miracle. Another time also, me and Swami Vidyaden, we went to British Virgin Islands to do a program there. That's part of the American territory. Passing through Puerto Rico afterwards, and coming back to Felicity Ashram. We did yoga, and then we went to Guyana and did programs there, Swami Vidyaden and myself. And then the devotees Trinidad, they said, no, you come back and do some more programs, did some lectures. And we came back, and we did stay another week in Trinidad in the ashram. And then we joined the plane. But I was feeling very sick, cold. I was getting the flu and fever, very, very sick. And then on the plane, Swamiji was sitting next to me, Swami Vidyaden. And he held my hand. I could remember him holding my hand. And I fell asleep. And I slept for like 2 hours. And I woke up. Well, lo and behold, all this fever and sneezing and coughing was gone. And Swamiji started sneezing and coughing. And then I looked at him and I said, what happened? And he smiled. And that smile meant a lot. What happened? He would have take away my sickness. And this is the power of a spiritual masters of BHARAT SEVASHRAM. Swami Vidyananda ji, he came to America for medical reasons in the late 1980s. And within a short time, devotees decide that they need to have a building. They bought a house. But then that didn't work out so well. So then it was a Jewish synagogue on sale. And with no money, they went and they said, yes, we'll buy this building. And within a short time, the devotees would have raised in excess of $200,000 for the down payment. And I came in at the same time. Guru Maharaj brought me into the ashram, and with my experience as a financial controller and construction, I came and we did so much work at the America SEVASHRAM, grassroots work that we did construction, we changed had air conditioning, we had a parking lot, we started a vegetarian shop, we brought boys from the delinquent center and we taught them yoga. We started teaching people how to become a citizen by teaching them all the questions that would be asked, and so many people got citizenship, and the ashram was bubbling with activities. America SEVASHRAM, and I always levitate towards when there is seva. And this is my likeness, and I always enjoy it. Anyway, this is some of the things that I'm telling you, that the miracle of Swami Parameshananda ji of BHARAT SEVASHRAM. And this organization is so powerful. So are other organizations. So many Hindu organizations, monasteries, Ramakrishna Mission, Chinmaya mission, they're doing all great work. The Buddha came, he started Buddhism, and he started a branch of Hinduism. And you know, we as Hindus, we're very blessed. And with our yoga and meditation in these times of COVID, this is one of the key ways of people to survive and make a good life in these troubling times. So these are some of the miracles, the powers that are emanating from Swami Parameshananda ji. Let us do adorations to him this morning. Om Dhyanam Ulam Guru Murti Puja Mulam Guru Param Mantra Mulam Guru Vakyam Moksha Mulam Guru Kripa. And Surya Narayan is speaking out there a little. This morning is a cloudy day. But you know, I like to be outside. When I'm outside giving the pravachan, it's a different feeling, a feeling of freedom. And the information is coming from that divine source. Versus when I'm inside, it's a little more constrained, and then the flow of information is not as good. Which means that I'm in this mandir of nature. Mandir that has no wall, no limitations, no ceiling. The mandir of the four elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space. And as I looked, I could think, I could imagine way beyond. And in is consciousness, the all-pervading, that we have to catapult ourselves to that level. It is not a place, but it's a state of being. This morning, I give you the blessings of Acharya Dev, and think that you are also, that you have the power, the divine power, to lift yourself from all your suffering. Put your attention and importance to your relationship with God as you do your chores and duties to the family and friends and whatever your obligations are. But please make time for your relationship. Put attention to your relationship with God. And pray, oh God, whoever you pray to, I want to be like you. I want to return to where I came from, consciousness. Because if we put our attention to this worldly, illusionary, temporary world of creation, lower nature of God, there's going to be naturally sufferings, because it's a changing world. We're dealing with personalities, and it's constantly changing. So we don't want to be with something that's constantly changing. We want to go back to the permanent consciousness without name and form. We also have to realize that we don't have to have a name and form, especially when we leave this birth. We want to go back to that place without name and form, a place of bliss, Satchidananda. This morning, I know I've said a lot, but you know, it's words of encouragement, words to lift you up. It's all through the grace of the Guru. I bid you a very beautiful day and enjoy. Hari Om, Shanti, Shanti, Hari Om. It's a little cloudy, a little dark, but imagine, you know, this is how it is this morning. Adorations to Lord Shiva, the Buddha, the Christ, and all the great Gurus. Hari Om, Shanti, Shanti, Hari Om.